Hey everybody, this is Earl here at Classic Car Creations. Been a little bit for updates. We've been lagging, but we're back at it. Today's video, we're going to be installing the engine into this Mad Max car, as well as the windshield. Yes. So let's get ready. Let's do this. It's time. It's time. All right, everyone, let's do this. I'm at the point where I'm priming the engine. This bank is good, the other bank's coming up, and I'm just doing a little slow rotation of the crank. 351 Cleveland, spin opposite, just like big block Chrysler, no big deal. Everything looks pretty good here. I just want to get a good prime on the engine here. I'm going to put the valve covers on, button this up, and do a couple little more things here, make sure the blower fits right, because once this goes in the car, I'm not going to be able to get over the fenders as easy as I would since it's on the engine stand. So I'm going to continue on here. We're going to get the valve covers on and start assembly. So we're boomed out. Not feeling too comfortable. Big George is going to help me put this engine in. And the reason why we're boomed all the way out beyond where I want to be in my comfort zone is because the nose of the car sits out way far. So we get about a good 45 inches of safety to not hit the nose when we go in. Alrighty. So we just put this on real quick. Just wanted to see what it was going to look like on the car and the height. And let's get this zoomed out a little bit. I think that's going to look pretty freaking cool. What do you think, Biggins?
Sweet.
Yeah, it is.
It's nice.
It is. Not too shabby. That's how they did it. And that's in the correct location. We wanted to make sure we had clearance on this belt to where it's going to go with the idler. We do, and then we slid the radiator in. We have no problem. We have a nice cold case radiator for a 71 Mustang that we're going to be using. That's going to be fine, and we're using the stock Ford AC compressor to run that, so that's going to be pretty neat. Only thing we're running a little bit odd on is just I might have to relocate that bracket a little bit. I'm a little tight right there, and then we're going to try and fit the Australian exhaust manifolds in next. So that would be the next step. All right. All right, everybody, so the engine is in. Big George and I put the Scott hat on there. The Hawaiian supercharger looks pretty cool. And then right from the front of the car to the side angles, that position and those brackets, they're right on the money, so it's going to look really good. We're trying to duplicate the MM1 scenes to the T, and hopefully we can get it right. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. So we're going to take that off now. And then we're going to take the windshield and lay it in the car next. The reason why we took it out, it wasn't in properly. Now we have the correct thickness of butyl rubber we're going to put in there. We're going to plop it in. We only get one shot at the title when we drop them in, so I'm going to witness mark it real close, put the blocks in, pop it down, call it the day, and that'll be one more big thing in the right, one more big step in the right direction, I wanted to say. There you go, everybody. Mad Max. Comfortable? Good. Okay, I'm going to come to you and let you relax. That's right. How's that look lining up? Good? All right. Good. Together. Good. My side is nice.
These are all what is good.
All right. I'm on the fucking money. Okay, guys, what I like to do is just typical witness marks. Just 3/8 butyl rubber in there, put the ribbon down, make sure it's lined up. I put the clips in already. I got to mess with them when I put the moldings on. They're the best clips you're going to get from Australia at this point. They're not like the originals, but they're close to the originals. We'll just have to make it work, and where we can't get them to fit or sit or whatever with the outer moldings on this car, we'll glue them in with the window weld. It'll be nice. It'll look good. It's one and done. Sometimes I've had to take these back out because I don't get them right on the mark sometimes. Namely, which one was it? The 71 Camaro that we did here. Yeah, Rick's car. I had to pull the back glass out of that thing twice. I never got it right. Then I got it on the third shot, third time's the charm, and it went real nice. But anyway, the heavens were with us. Good energy, good juju. Everything's right where it needs to be. Pretty happy with this one. Okay, guys, so then we get the windshield in and everything. We're going to be starting to assemble this engine. So we can't put the supercharger on right now, even though we kind of mocked it up in this picture here. Well, anyway, yeah, I got to put the plug wires in, everything. Even though I primed the engine up, I did everything else. We're going to set the carburetor up. I'm going to get the linkage right. Remember, Australian, so it's a cable that goes opposite and it pulls. So it's going to be that, and I'll put the heater hoses in, get all that done. So the next thing here is assembly of this bay, and then putting on, of course, the compressor that's been gutted so we can use the compressor clutch to activate the supercharger. So that's where we are with this car right now. All right, so back here on this table here is the Scott hat and the Wine supercharger, as well as the cog belt and the idler. So we have all this staged back here. I can't put this on the car just yet. Once I get the car running and I know it's smooth and everything, I'm going to make an air cleaner to go up underneath it, because that has been gutted. I gutted that to get more space to get an air cleaner in there. You can technically take that carburetor off and slide it out from underneath this, right under here, but it's going to be tight, but you can work on it. Getting this on and off the car is a pain in the neck. It does weigh, but not as much as a supercharger that has not been gutted, because I think this weighs about, I don't know, I'll scale it, but I think this thing weighs about, good 35, 40 pounds right now. And could you imagine with all the stuff in there, and I'm leaning over the fender of a car to put that? It ain't happening. It ain't happening. My back ain't going to like that. So anyway, that's why this is going to stay off for a little bit. We're not going to worry about that. It's just movie aesthetics. We already know it lines up with the other pulleys. Now it's down to, let's get belts to make all that operate. And because the belts get captured by the water pump pulley. So all that's got to be done and completed. And then after that we're done. Then we can put that on last. That's always the last piece. And then, of course, the hood and cutting the hood. You're going to see all that fun stuff. Yeah, you only get one shot at the title, kind of like what we did with the windshield. So, and here's the back of the car. Of course, the back of the car, we got all our stuff staged in the trunk. Not a lot of parts in there right now. Kind of clearing right up. It's looking pretty good. Of course, I blanket everything in here. Everything's been restored on this old girl here, and we're looking pretty good. Door alignment is a pain in the neck. The door seals we have do not want to agree with closing the door. It wants to bounce the door. Have this problem a lot of times on all these restorations. They bounce the door. The rubber is not hollow core anymore, and that's the problem. The old rubbers were just smushed right in. They are hollow core, nice, easy going. The new stuff isn't like that, guys. So we're going to have to make do with what we got here. If I have to back trim them like I did on the Christine cars to make the doors closed, so be it. It's going to be what it's going to be. All right, let's continue on. Well, everybody, that is the timeline of what's gone on with the Mad Max car here. And I just wanted to wrap this video up. There's going to be another part 2 of this where we show all the details of parts of this engine being assembled. So until then, we'll see you in the next video. Everyone, take care. We'll see you soon. Thanks so much for your time right here at this little tiny shop we call Classic Car Creations. Take care. Bye.